Hello, this is Jane Holt, manager of High Meadows Branch Library. Today we're going to make paper lotus blossoms. You can use regular origami paper for this, and if you cut it in half lengthwise, you're going to get the pieces are going to be 3 inches by 6 inches. You need 4 of one color and 8 of another color, so actually 4 and 2 if you cut them in half. So we're going to start with the petals first. You're going to fold it lengthwise along the long end. Open it up then and fold the corners in to the center line. And then do that on the bottom as well, so that both sides have a point. You're going to flip it over and fold it that way so the right sides face each other. Then fold down the length along that long side as well. Turn it over and do the same thing. What we have now is a trough with wings on it. Sort of makes the letter M. Those are the petals. To make the leaves, which is the base, do the same thing. Fold it lengthwise along the long end. Open it up. Fold in the corners to the center line. And again on the bottom. Now instead of flipping it over, you're going to just fold it into that center line on both sides. You will not see the white on the leaf portion. So now we have a solid green trough with points on the end. Now we're ready to assemble. You're going to take one of the petal portions and put the other one right inside. Make sure it nests all the way inside. Don't let any of those little flaps come on the outside or it won't work. And then put the petal portion in. Make sure they're all facing the same way, the points are all lined up. Now it's going to want to kind of fight you a little bit and spring open, so it's good to have something that can anchor these together. Like a paper clip, bobby pins work. I have these little clothespins. Now you can actually make these with 5 sections instead of 4 to make a fuller blossom, but 4 actually does really nicely. When I do this as a program, sometimes I'll make sure and I'll check people to make sure that they're not having those little wing portions going outside that trough, because if it does, it won't work. The last step won't work. You'll see what we mean. So be sure to clip that closed. And now we're on our last section. Make sure it goes inside and bring that into there too, so that they all look alike, and then you're going to stack them all in the same direction. Here we go. Just kind of pinch them right in the middle there. Now in order to connect all of these, you can use rubber bands, but I always like to use wire, and the wire that I like to use is the kind you get in the grocery store that are in the produce department to close the plastic bags. So I just collect these so that I can use them, but I have seen people use rubber bands pretty successfully. Just twist that really hard so it's nice and tight around that bundle. And now you're going to pinch it so that it kind of flares out from the wire joint right there. And now you have sort of a little star. Turn it over. And now what you're going to do is you're going to turn them inside out at the base, but just one at a time, and you're going to do every other one going around. So here we go. Put your thumbs at the base and turn it inside out. Now skip that one and go to the next one. Only the top one. bring it up as close to the joint as you can. Skip that one, go to the next one. Top one only. This is why it's important to have flexible paper. If you use really thick paper or paper that's kind of brittle, it tends to tear when you do this. So washi paper is really good, and that's W-A-S-H-I. It's a kind of Japanese paper, or any kind of paper that's kind of fibrous. Works really well. There we go, and we're going to now skip it and make sure that you're doing every other one. So once you get through with one layer, then the next section is going to be 2, and then you're going to go down to 1. I've speeded up a little bit because you kind of get the idea. Bring it up as tight as you can to the center joint. There you go, and we're almost done with the petal part. Okay, so now we're done with the petals. Now we get to flatten the green portions. Just put your fingers in that middle point and just flatten it out. Flare it out from that seam and just push it down so that it kind of flattens and makes a base. Now on this is not washi paper, the green, which explains why we got a little tear in that one when we tried to flatten it out. But what we're going to do is just bring that other leaf on top of it, because if it doesn't show, it doesn't count. So I'm just bringing up the petals so they look really pretty. So now you have your blossom. That's a really pretty one. And you can do different colors and vary the pattern and things to enjoy it. Now if you make it out of tracing paper, you can put an LED candle in the middle, and they make really pretty table decorations. I've had people do this for weddings and trade shows and things. It's really nice. I actually made a lamp using it too. Use LED lights, they're very cool. Please follow us on social media and enjoy your lotus blossoms. We'll see you at the library.